We are officially halfway through the season, and the odds to win MVP shift quite a bit. Entering Sunday, of the top 6 shortest odds, 5 of them either lost or were inactive. That means Tom Brady, who had a bye, is now currently the favorite to win MVP. So we'll wind up seeing where that winds up going. So let me come to the group here, and I guess I would ask that question. I understand that these are narrative awards and that Aaron Rodgers turned off a lot of people with his comments of last week, and I am one of them. But do you believe, if you were a voter, would you hold that against him, for lack of a better word, in consideration for an award like this?
I mean, I think that we all have biases, unconscious, unconscious. So I would like to say that no, I wouldn't, but there's no runaway winner this year. And if there is some deciding factor, I think it's realistic to assume that people, whether they are consciously making the decision or they're just like a little soured, it'll be easier for them to find a reason to talk themselves out of voting for Aaron Rodgers than it was before. I mean, and it may depend on what part of the country this person is from or their political leanings. He may have picked up some voters that maybe he didn't have before.
That's certainly possible. Again, to me, this is also it's an issue that isn't directly tied to his performance, which is to say there is no comparison to be made to the performance-enhancing drugs issue. Yeah.
Right, yeah. You could also make the point that it's hard to be the most valuable person on the team when you are missing games. It's not just about the position that he's taken. It's the fact that he's impacted his team by doing something stupid.
Right. Thus far, he's missed 1 game, and we'll see if he winds up missing more. Okay, let's just make our picks then. So Rob Ninkovich. I'm not even sure why I bother asking you this question.
Mac Jones.
Who do you think is going to win MVP?
I mean, we got RC on here. Listen, I'm not even going to get into this whole thing. 25-5. You know what that is? 25 touchdown throws and 5 interceptions. Okay, that's what Tom Brady has. Tom Brady's my MVP. It's not because I played with him, not because he gave me a watch, not because he gave me a Canada Goose jacket, which I like, and it's very comfortable. But I would say Tom Brady is playing at an MVP level, and he's my MVP pick. Tom Brady.
Sometimes there are biases, Greeny. I don't know if you heard the first way I started this segment, but we have unconscious bias.
Now, he is picking a worthy candidate, however.
Yes.
And again, right now, I should point out that Brady, again, is the betting favorite. Pollack, who's your MVP right now?
I didn't get a watch. I didn't get a coat. I mean, I'd be glad to. Lamar, if you want to send me one, I'm in. I'll wear it. But I just think Lamar Jackson, you're watching him, the passing game developing. You're seeing him throw for 400 yards. You're seeing it's on him, man. He's got to run the football. Who's his running backs? Le'Veon Bell and Devontae. Those guys with Freeman. Those guys would have been really good like 10 years ago. Yeah. They're not, okay? And he's doing himself. His defense went from first in the league last year. Now they're 21st. This is Lamar Jackson's show, and they're first in their division. To me, it's Lamar Jackson.
I think that, look, you can't go wrong with any of these picks. Who's yours?
Yeah, I can't argue with that, but I also, the only gift that Kyler Murray has ever given me is the gift of enjoyment when I see him hit that hezzy on defensive ends, outstanding. So I have no gifts from him. I've never met him. It feels like something that we have to say now based on Ninkovich, but he's outstanding. He missed last week. Hopefully he'll be back here really soon, and I think that it's not who's the MVP right now, but who I project. This team is really, really good. They won without him. The defense is good. And normally, we give it to the best player on one of the best teams. I think by the end of this season, the Cardinals will have probably the best record in football, and Kyler Murray will be outstanding. And he hasn't even really started to run the ball yet.
I'm actually going to go with Rodgers, which I did last week. And what happened on the field last week only reinforced my belief of just how incredibly valuable he is. If he's on the field for that game against Kansas City, I think they win it by 3 touchdowns. And I'm also projecting ahead to what I think is going to happen this year. I think the Packers are going to wind up at the very top. I don't know about the Ravens. If you promised me the Ravens were going to win that division, I would agree with you.
I promise you.
On Lamar Jackson. Well, then I would change my pick.
He's with me. Change it. Let's go.
I would go with Lamar Jackson, but I'm not ready to project that, and I'm already ready to project that the Green Bay Packers are going to wind up winning the NFC North. We'll see. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.